What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is mostlydarius. If you're new here and if you are a returning subscriber, then thank you for clicking this video. This is the discussion. We have a lot of stuff to get into today. This video is going to be about a lot of Bravo things and probably just reality TV in general. I do have some Love Island stuff I want to talk about. Nothing too major, just something that happened recently with Amaya. And then I want to talk about the Married to Medicine trailer. And I also want to talk about Garcelle reflects on her past experience on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and then Brit Eady is reflecting on her experience on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we got a lot of Bravo-holic things going on in this video. Before I get to anything, I do want to say thank you guys because I have said that I wanted to get to 400 subscribers by the end of the year, and we are looking like we're on the up and up. Last time I made a video was probably like 2 Mondays ago, and I'm like 3 subscribers away from 400 now. So if you are liking this video, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for me. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for supporting the channel. Make sure you like the video, turn the notification bell on so you can know when I upload. And let's just get into these topics for today. So the first thing we're going to talk about is something that happened with Amaya. This is from Love Island updates on Threads. A fan caught Amaya's bug reaction on camera and she wasn't here for it. Do you think the fan crossed the line, or is this just a part of being in the spotlight? So let's watch the video first and see how we feel about that, and then we can look at what Amaya had to say about this.
She's freaking out because I guess there's a bug.
Drama.
Literally everyone had to turn around because she's freaking out. She just wanted someone to start recording her.
Yeah, no, it worked.
It worked. She's getting her attention. Oh my god, oh my god.
So my first reaction from watching the video is nobody asked you to record her. And the lady is in the back. She's like, oh, she just wants somebody to record her. She just wants attention. It's working. Like, nobody said that. Like, you took it upon yourself to record Amaya because that's what you wanted to do, because obviously you're a fan and you know who she is. Like, you want attention from Amaya. That's why you're recording her. But I'm going to read what Amaya had to say. She said, I just wanted someone to record me because a huge mantis landed on my lap while I was eating tacos. I seen you and your friends staring at me from the moment I sat at that restaurant. Sad, your spirit is mean and full of hatred. Go hell, boo. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Y'all be acting so weird about people in real life. Like, you know how many times I've run into reality TV stars or just celebrities in general in real life and, like, didn't feel the need to record them? Like, and sometimes I don't even feel the need to even go up and speak because they might be with their family or their kids or anything. Like, y'all get real fucking weird out here in the world. Nobody told you to record this girl. She wasn't even thinking about you. And clearly you're a fan. You're a fucking fan. Only fans do shit like this. So this is pretty self-explanatory. Like, so to answer the question, do you think the fan crossed the line, or is this just a part of being in the spotlight? The fan crossed the fucking line. And this is a part of being in the spotlight. Yes, both of those are true. Yes. Yes. But at the end of the day, like, I still don't understand what the point of recording the video was. Like, I guess you got, like, your little likes or whatever, so, you know, so be it. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Next story. So we're going to be talking about Garcelle. She reflects on her experience on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, this is according to Jay's reality blog on Twitter. Garcelle Beauvis says she couldn't do Real Housewives of Beverly Hills no more because it was hurting her spirit, says Erica and Bose were mean girls on Watch What Happens Live, and speaks on unfollowing the cast. Well, I remember that Watch What Happens Live when Bose and Erica were up there. They were being real shady. I'm not even going to hold you. They was being real shady. Let me see what she really had to say.
Do you miss Housewives at all?
No.
So you're not coming back at all?
Not anytime soon. Wow. No, so for me it was great. It was great in terms of, like, I got a new audience, and there were really wonderful things that happened because of the show, but I think my time was up. Yeah.
So why did you leave? Because your time was up, or was it contracts? Was it wanting
No,
more money? Or
no, nothing like that. I just couldn't do it anymore. It was really hurting my spirit.
Gotcha.
I just couldn't do it. Yeah, that was really it.
People try to pit you and Bose against each other. They thought that was the reason.
I don't know why. No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, I met with Bose prior to her coming onto the show for lunch. We got along great. So no, it wasn't anything like that. It was just I couldn't physically, mentally, spiritually do it anymore.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. I remember when Bose was announced to be on the show, and I vividly remember y'all trying to put them against each other. And I always found it weird because obviously we already know, like, we've never had more than one person of color on Beverly Hills at the same time. I'm capping. Yes, no. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. It's been it was something new for us to do. It was something new for us. I don't think Garcelle skipped the season. I think she was on the same season with Anne Marie and Crystal. So that was like the first time that we had like 3 minorities on Beverly Hills at the same time. But it's never been 2 black women on Beverly Hills at the same time, if that makes sense. And Crystal and Anne Marie had already left. So it was definitely weird seeing the comments, but we already know how certain Bravo fans act. Like there's like 2 sides of Bravo fans. There's the people that only watch the white franchises of Housewives, and then there's the people that watch only black franchises, and then I guess you could say there's 3 because there's people that watch all of them, like me. So, you know what I mean? I just feel like a lot of people was being weird about it. I did not want Bowles and Garcelle to have any type of, riffraff, but I also know how a Sagittarius and Aquarius combination works. And if y'all don't believe in astrology, just look at Oprah and Monique. Look at Nene and Kenya. Look at Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. Like, astrology doesn't lie. Sagittarius and Aquarius, something about that combination is lethal. It can get really nasty. It can be cool, but don't get me wrong, it can get nasty too. So I remember when Bowles was coming on the show, and everybody was trying to basically like put her up against Garcelle. And then, obviously, like I said, there are a certain amount of Bravo fans that watch only the White Housewives or whatever the case. So they didn't want Garcelle on the show anyway. So for Bowles to come on the show and be cool with Dorit, who has said some racially insensitive things in the past, that's a recipe for disaster. Because now we got the fans that have somebody to make their like scapegoat, I guess you could say. Is that the right word I'm looking for? We got the fans that can make like the new girl kind of like shit on somebody that's been there for a while to push their agenda because of their fave. You know what I'm saying? Because I honestly want to say this, and I don't mean no disrespect, because I fuck with Bowles. Like, I think Bowles is a top tier cast member, if I'm being 100% with y'all. But I do think that there is a certain portion of fans out there that really like Bowles because she's really cool with Dorit. And I just got to be honest about that. But things can change in the future, so there's that. Let's see what else Garcelle had to say.
I'm big on discernment. How do you know, especially in this business, when something does not agree with your spirit?
You know what? I've been really great about choosing me when I'm faced with something. I've done it with, relationships. I've done it in other places where I felt like, you know what, if I don't choose me, it will probably not work out for me. Wow. Yeah. So, I have faith, and I just knew it was time. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, what is Sutton going to do without you?
Girl, I don't know.
Girl, bye with the Sutton shit.
Support, in a lot of ways. So, you're only on now, Sutton. My bad.
When we had Bowles up here, I'd asked
No shade. No shade. That's a really good question. I don't really be caring too much about what Jess Hilarious got to say on the Breakfast Club, but that's an amazing question. What is Sutton going to do without Garcelle? Because let me tell you, the way Sutton be up them other girls' ass, Sutton wants to be the main girl on the cast, but unfortunately, there's too many big personalities on Beverly Hills for Sutton to be the main girl. Like, we got Kyle, we got Erica, we got Dorit. I'm talking about these girls are like, and it's not to be like ageist or anything, but because all of these ladies are up there in age, but the way Sutton moves is very, and Erica Jane said this in the past, it's very small town vibes, like Southern woman, like, I don't know, just after getting to see, and I don't mean no disrespect, but just after getting to see Sutton visit her parents and just realizing why she grew up the way she grew up and like the things that she values and things like, I really just don't even understand why Garcelle was even in that friendship for so long to begin with. And I think that, honestly, I know they came on the show together, so I can't really be too mad at Garcelle, but it's like so annoying though, because I feel as though like, had Garcelle maybe branched out, and I'm not saying Garcelle didn't try to, but I feel like if she wasn't so loyal to Sutton, then maybe Garcelle would have another leg to stand on when it comes to everything that's going on in Beverly Hills. I did not like how she did not curse Erica Jane the fuck out on that stage. You walked off the reunion stage without a bang. Girl, you're supposed to walk off the stage with a bang. You don't just walk off the reunion stage. You're supposed to curse them out. So that pissed me off. That really pissed me off, but I understand why she did it. I understand her position. You know, a lot of people don't know what it's like to be in Garcelle's shoes as a black woman, the first black woman on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you know what I'm saying? So I do give her some grace. I don't even want to watch the rest of this. I don't even really care what else was said. Because I don't really, yeah, I'm not really too fond of the Breakfast Club like that. But you know, they do catch some good interviews here and there. But you know what? Shout out to Garcelle. Shout out to her time on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't want to be redundant, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic. Let's talk about Married to Medicine. So Married to Medicine season 12 trailer has dropped and their cast photos have dropped. And Dr. Heavenly is not a full-time cast member. Now, Dr. Heavenly has me blocked on Twitter. I don't know what I did. I probably said something about her after she said gay men are not real men. So I don't care if she feels some type of way about that. I still do like Dr. Heavenly on the show, though. I ain't gonna hold y'all. She is hilarious, you know. And I think that without her, there will honestly be no entertainment on this show. She brings the entertainment, okay? But we got Dr. Contessa, Dr. Simone, Dr. Jackie, we got Quad, Toya, and we have, I believe this is Dr. Mimi. I'm glad to see Contessa's back full-time. I was kind of wanting her to be full-time last season, but I honestly didn't mind her as a friend either. So, you know, that's cool. That works out. I thought Angel Love was going to be a full-time cast member, but I don't mind her as a friend either. So the trailer dropped. I obviously can't play it, so I'll just read y'all some thoughts that I had about, you know, the trailer since I can't play it, and y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. So Contessa asks, what kind of friends focus on the negative? And Tori responds, these, bitch. And I'm like, that's kind of true, because last time I checked on the last season of Married to Medicine, those ladies focused on a lot of negative shit that held them back from moving forward. It was like a lot of grudges being held, a lot of accountability wasn't being taken on a lot of people's ends. Quad. So I definitely think that these friends do focus on the negative, and I can see Contessa's perspective, because it's just like, how many times do we, and I think that's the thing with Married to Medicine, this show is so good, I don't want it to be a redundant, like, thing. I don't want it to be a thing where, like, every time we come back, like, I swear to God, y'all, if Simone and Quad are still beefing next season, I'm going to lose my mind. Because I saw that clip of Simone yelling at Cecil in the kitchen, like, I don't give a fuck who I don't give a fuck who don't give a fuck about me. She was going off. So I hope that wasn't about Quad. I'm so sick and tired of their feud, because I know Simone is too, because it's like, girl, like, come on. So I don't know what that was about. We don't know, but Toya called Heavenly a liar, and Heavenly called Toya a fake. Like, whoa. But honestly, Toya and Heavenly been going at it for some time now. So I don't want to say that I don't want to see certain feuds get redundant, because there are some iconic feuds in the Bravo history, you know, that some feuds just never get old, like Nene and Kenya, you know what I mean? Kim and Nene on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, so I'm not going to say that, but things are brewing. Things are brewing in Atlanta, okay? Quad takes her IVF journey to Ghana. Now, if y'all watch some of my recaps from last season of Married to Medicine, I do have some on my channel if y'all want to go check those out. I was saying how I really did feel bad for Dr. G and Quad, because I feel as though they wasted so much of each other's time. And they're both Tauruses, and I don't care if y'all don't believe in astrology. Tauruses are stubborn. And I feel as though they both wanted to have kids, but at different times. I feel like Quad wanted more stability, and Dr. G wanted more of like a trophy wife, and a wife that just, you know, was dependent on him, or whatever the case may be. And I feel like with that, they wasted so much of each other's time, and they're not getting any younger. And it really sucks, because I understand both perspectives. I don't really understand his perspective. Let me not even lie. I understand Quad's perspective about not wanting to have a child. It just really makes me sad, because at the end of the day, like I said, they're not getting any younger. There are other ways to have children. You know, you can adopt. You have surrogacy these days. But I do understand some people really want to have a natural birth. And, you know, it's nothing wrong with that. I just feel bad, because I feel like they wasted so much of each other's time bickering and fighting, when they could have just simply moved on. They could have gotten out of the marriage so long ago. Like, oh my God, it is just like, I feel like, you know, it's really healthy to get out of relationships when you see the downfall before it even happens. And I feel like with Dr. G and Quad, they waited until it got nasty to leave the marriage alone. You know what I'm saying? And it still was even nasty after marriage, because they have so much unfinished business and unresolved issues that I don't feel like they solved. And that's why we saw what we saw with them last season. But then later in the trailer, King told Quad, like, let's be realistic about her journey. You know, I'm here with you on the journey, but let's be realistic. And I'm thinking, like, is he talking about her IVF journey? And you know what I mean? Like, he kind of got a point. He kind of has a point, because I know that IVF and all of those things, a lot of that stuff can be very stressful to a woman's body. You know, I'm no woman. I don't really know much about pregnancy. I'm not an OBGYN. I'm not Dr. Jackie and Simone. but I do know that that stuff is very taxing on your body, and just having a child in general, it's a lot. But nonetheless, I really do wish Quad, you know, success in her journey, bro. I really will. Quad would be an amazing mother. I feel like Quad would be an amazing mom. She would. It's a lot of stuff that Quad do that I don't like, but I feel like she would be an amazing mom, especially because she's wanted it for so long, and she's waited till she was able to provide for her future child. You know, so that's the least that the universe can do for Quad, is give her a baby. But anyways, in the trailer, we also see that the newbies have to share a room. That's nothing new. And then we also see Angel Love is in the building. Shout out to Angel Love. She was on Basketball Wives LA. I haven't watched that show in so long, but when I watched the show, I don't remember me disliking Angel. She was pretty cool to me. I remember Angel Brinks was on there and Angel Love. I kind of like both of them. Angel Love was really, you know, she was a chill girl. I'm interested to see what she's going to bring to this group. She is in the medical field, so that's always good. I think she's a nurse. I don't know if she's a full-blown doctor, but I think she is a nurse. Nonetheless, I'm here for it. Very pretty girl. Then we also have Dr. Mimi. She's being promoted to a full-time cast member from last season. And we also have a new girl. Her name's Brandy. I was looking at the clip of Angel, Dr. Mimi, and the new girl Brandy, and I was like, like Bravo got a new little trio going on, and they're not to be ages. They're a little younger, you know what I'm saying? This could be a potential way to push Married to Medicine forward. I don't know how much longer, you know, Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie are going to want to do this show, or Dr. Heavenly. I feel like they have done what they needed to do, and if they wanted to leave the show and pave the way for some new girls, that would be cool. Quad and Toya, you know, I don't mind them staying on. It is what it is, but I don't mind the cast how it is. Don't get me wrong. This cast is solid. Like, Married to Medicine, they don't never got to change the cast if it's up to me. But I'm just saying, when I saw Dr. Mimi, Brandy, and Angel all clicked up and laughing and he, ha, ha, I was like, they bringing a little fresher energy. I ain't gonna hold you. It's fresh energy. How about that? It's fresher energy. I'll say that. I'm interested to see how this season is gonna go. You know what I mean? Because this group is not a fake group. This group actually has, you know, history. They have authentic friendships. They actually know each other. So I'm just very interested. I'm just very excited. We get Toya yelling at Eugene. She's like, you need to lead the men. And bro, every time I turn around, I feel like Toya's going off on Eugene. Like, what the fuck do Eugene be doing, bro? Like, every time I turn around, Toya is just not satisfied with Eugene. Like, it's always a new complaint, I feel like. And I hate to act like a woman is just complaining, because, you know, sometimes women do be having valid complaints. Most times they do. But when I be looking at Toya, the way she be coming at Eugene, it be like, damn, like, what do he be doing off camera that we don't know about? Or, like, what's going on there? Because those reactions that I be seeing Toya give to Eugene, sometimes I be just like, whoa. But also, Eugene, he's a very chill dude. We don't really see Eugene turn up too much unless he has to, which I respect. So it could be a thing of where Toya's being triggered by something that we don't know about, and Eugene's not reacting on camera on purpose to make it look like that, or to further push that narrative. I really don't know. It's the trailer, y'all. We don't know what really happened. I'm just going off what I think at the end of the day. Toya and Heavenly going back and forth at it, and then they mentioning each other's kids. That's very low. I thought we learned about that from last season. What are we doing here? And I'm surprised that Toya and Heavenly are even going low. I don't know if Heavenly was telling Toya don't mention her kids, but at the end of the day, I'm surprised, because Toya is usually the one that is bringing the group together. She's uniting everybody. Toya told Dr. Mimi that everybody might need to watch out for her in the group. I don't know what that's about either. I don't know what that's about, but I'm very interested. I just really want to see what's going to happen next season. I'm always interested to see what's going to happen in Married to Medicine. Like, that is one of the best shows on Bravo, if not the best. The chemistry is always there. The cast is always on point. Can't complain about it. Can't complain. What I do want to end talking about the trailer with is, where the fuck was Dr. Jackie? I didn't really get too much of It's honestly Dr. Jackie taking up space. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like, where were you?
Where the fuck were you? Excuse me, but where were you?
You know what I'm saying? Like, Dr. Jackie is, like, I don't want to do too much, because Dr. Jackie is just not finna do certain things. She's not finna be piping up and doing all that extra stuff. We do look to Dr. Jackie for, I guess, like, what do we look to Dr. Jackie? What do we look to Dr. Jackie for? Is it like comedic responses, or like, I don't know. I really don't know at this point. And there's no shade. Like, Dr. Jackie could be a friend of. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I ain't saying she need to be demoted and, like, lose her job, and I'm just saying, like, she need to be a friend of. I'm gonna keep it real with you, because I ain't see her in this trailer the whole goddamn time. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna watch this video. Somebody on Twitter posted it, at yourfave_goddess posted it. Dr. Heavenly and Quad talk about what to expect this season. for Married to Medicine. So let's see what they talking about.
What we expecting to see?
Take me through there. Take me through there.
What we going in?
You know what? It's going to be a great season, but it's going to be great in a different way.
In a different way.
Everybody
got their personal issues more so
Exactly.
than ever. We're going to see more things with the household and what
Yeah.
Quad's
Oh, yes, that's another thing I wanted to say. Dr. Heavenly was speaking on the fact that she found out that her son got arrested in the news like everybody else. Now that's fucking tea, because we don't really get too much about Dr. Heavenly's like personal life and kids and all that stuff like that. And also I saw Dr. Damon talking about we need to change the wives. I'm so over it. I don't care if I never see Dr. Damon on my TV screen again. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I wasn't a fan of his performance last season as it pertained to his wife and the stuff that she does and says. I ain't gonna hold y'all. We love Heavenly, but Heavenly is so good for the show because she's so bad. And we've rewarded Heavenly's bad behavior so long now that it's like we gotta take some accountability for that. Like if we didn't reward this behavior and say we liked her and all this stuff, honestly, I ain't even gonna hold you and say that it's us, because when we say we don't like somebody, Bravo, it's something in Bravo's mind. It's like, bring them back, because that's what gets people talking. And Dr. Heavenly definitely gets people talking. But let me listen to what else she had to say.
Yeah.
They know what Quad's going through,
Quad
what
got a lot
Heavenly's
happening.
going through.
Yeah.
What the rest of the ladies are going through and how we deal with it.
Yeah.
So give us a little piece. I know
What you going through, Quad?
just a little
Well,
bit.
you know, I got a lot of things happening. You know what I mean? We talked about this the last time, you know, I was here, and I really want to become a mom.
Okay.
I really do.
Right.
So,
How's that journey going?
I know.
you know, we'll find out on Married to Medicine.
Right.
There you go. That baby.
Damn, hold on though. Hold on, because they filmed, well, I heard they only filmed for 12 weeks, according to Dr. Heavenly. She said they only filmed for 12 weeks. I forgot what podcast she's on. Y'all know I like to put the video right here, so y'all see what she was on. Y'all can go watch that. But she was saying they only filmed for 12 weeks, so I don't know. Is Quad pregnant right now? She hasn't made any announcement or anything like that, so it's not looking good.
So that means we gonna see more you and Kane, or
You know, you're going to see a lot more of me and the man. Yeah,
Quad got a man at home.
I got a man.
I don't understand this. Like, this was the person, we chose each other, and so, you know.
I love
Yeah,
that. I
that's
love that.
Me too.
Now back to your journey with your journey on having a baby, which is going to happen for you, sis. I'm praying for you for sure. Why would you
She hasn't had it.
decide to be so transparent about your journey and going through that?
Well, I actually have been transparent about everything in my life. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. If I wanted to hide it, the people won't let me hide it. So let's just say that. But I only feel like, too, it's always important to be an example.
Yeah.
You know, you might just be that inspiration that someone could use and could say, you know what, if she did it, then I can do it, too. You know, I thought it was too late for me. You know, I was throwing in the towel and giving up. And so, you know, when I saw Quad jump out there, she was so vulnerable and so fearless, you know, because it's a bold thing that I'm doing this season. And it takes a lot of courage.
Yes,
Everyone wouldn't do it, but I chose proudly to do it.
Dr. Heavenly, what you doing?
Listen, if y'all didn't find out on Twitter, y'all wouldn't have known my business. I'm gonna just be straight up with you.
Look, we know it.
My season is I found out on Twitter my son got arrested, right? We went through some things. It's gonna play out on TV, but this is one of the reasons I'm running for Congress.
Okay.
Started out state rep, but now Congress, because we need to make some changes, some big changes in the world. Now the police did the right thing.
Okay. So first I want to say, yeah, shout out to Quad, because it is definitely a lot to put yourself out there like that, especially during a vulnerable journey like having a child at the end of the day. Definitely hope that she has a child. Yeah, let's talk about Dr. Heavenly. I don't think I really touched too much on how I feel about Dr. Heavenly being demoted. Obviously, we know Dr. Heavenly is running for Congress, right? I didn't know that Bravo couldn't have people on that's running for elections on TV either, so that's news to me, but also it makes sense. You don't want to really get the show political, right? I also seen some comments on this post on Mr. Housewives on Instagram. Somebody said probably because of Thomas on Southern Charm. And I don't know who Thomas is because I don't watch Southern Charm. I do want to watch Southern Charm just to see what it's given. But I don't know who that is. Thomas Revenel did and didn't get demoted. To be honest, Thomas is, I'm sure, the reason people can't run for office because of all the surrounding his campaign and it being aired on Southern Charm. Honestly, I really didn't see anyone else run after that. Someone mentioned Barbara, the friend of from Real Housewives of New York, but I think that was before Thomas. Oh, I didn't know Barbara ran for Congress. Y'all, if y'all don't know who Barbara is from Real Housewives of New York. I like to call it the A side of Real Housewives of New York. That's where the OG's at. I like to call it the A and B side because we have a new cast. I don't really like the reboot word. It's annoying. But hey, interesting. Okay, so yeah, Dr. Heavenly is running for Congress, and she's not going to be on the show that much, or she's a friend of. I don't know. She said it took them like 8 weeks to negotiate her contract or whatever. So, hey, I ain't mad at it. We still gonna get to see her. She's still gonna give us the same amount of entertainment and drama. So, I'm cool with that. And hopefully she wins. And if she doesn't win, I want to see her right back as full-time cast member next season. Thank y'all. So yeah, enough about Married to Medicine. Let's get to Brit Eady from Real Housewives of Atlanta. So as you all know, Brit Eady was on the season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. It was her first season, and she got into one of the biggest, feuds in Housewives history with Kenya Moore, who is no longer on the show as of now, I believe. And she has some things to say, and this is according to the Bravo Shade Room on Threads. So Brit Eady says Kelly Farrell is not her friend. She was an opportunist. I did not know her from a can of paint. She sought me out, devised a plan to be BFFs, which is fake. She's a fraud. So I'm confused about that because the way Shamia brought both of them in was like she knew them both and had, I don't know. Let's just hear what Brit had to say.
Kelly was not my friend. Y'all stop saying that. Before I came on the show, she seeked me out and she wanted to be close with me, and she devised a plan to be BFFs, which was fake as. I didn't know her from a can of paint until I came on the show about 6 to 8 months in advance. So
it was a scheme that Todd created.
It was a scheme that Todd created. So all y'all that keep saying, "Oh, that was your friend," she was not my friend. She was an opportunist.
Right.
I didn't know Kelly like that. I didn't. She was.
All right. I will say, a lot of these girls that be coming on these shows, they really don't be friends like that. I'm gonna just keep it real. Like Nene and Cynthia wasn't real friends. They did some test filming and they filmed a lot together, and then they became friends on the show. I just kind of don't get the whole point about Kelly sought her out. So did Kelly seek Brit out when she maybe heard news that Brit was gonna be on the show or something? Like I'm really interested to know about this casting decision and how this became a thing. Honestly though, I don't see why Kelly would have to seek out Brit. If you ask me, Kelly has like a more interesting life than Brit as a housewife. Like Kelly has multiple daughters like Giselle and Teresa and Kim Zolciak. Well, I won't say Kim Zolciak. I'll say Kyle Richards. That's a better example. She has a restaurant. She is going through a divorce. Well, that's not interesting. That's not entertaining, but it is her reality, and it's more than we could say for Brit. Like I don't really, when I look at Brit at her time as a housewife, I don't really gag. I'm not gagging like that. Like, but she was cool though. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Brit, like towards the end of the seasons, like I ain't gonna hold up. I did like Brit. I'm lying. I did like Brit. I thought Brit was pretty cool. I'm lying. But let me see what else she had to say.
An opportunist that reached out that needed an ally, and that's all it was. It was nothing different. She was never my best friend. She was never a close person. I never confided in her. Nothing. She was a fraud, and that's all it really was. So.
Okay, that's interesting too because that's really interesting because hold on, what did she just say?
She was an opportunist. Right. I didn't know Kelly like that. I didn't. She was an opportunist that reached out that needed an ally, and that's all it was. It was nothing different. She was
okay, the ally part. The ally that, see, listen, y'all, let me tell y'all what's gonna ruin Housewives. The whole allies thing. Ain't no allies in Housewives. Cut that out, ladies. Cut that out. Y'all gonna ruin the show. Ain't no such thing as no ally. It's either you friends or you not. Because when that reunion come and when those confessionals come, all that ally shit go out the window. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Like, y'all keep trying to have allies. Ain't no ally. When your feet is held to the fire, your feet is held to the fire. And it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. I don't think the ladies need to keep upholding this whole ally situation. You need to come on this show and you need to just be friends with people. If you want to be friends with them, cool. If not, that's also cool. But at least make it organic. When you come on a show trying to be an ally with somebody, it's like y'all are coming up with plans. And Brit, I can't really rock with what you're saying right now, because if Kelly devised a plan, you was going to ride along with it. So let's not do too much. And that's the, you know what? And that's what pissed me off about Brit last season, was because when she was going to Portia and Cynthia, like just airing everything out, it was really, to me, like, okay, so Kelly was saying all this and you was just sitting there listening to her. You didn't you didn't have nothing else to say. You didn't give no input or nothing. I don't know. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she didn't, because Portia and Brit they remind me of each other kind of, and they cool right now, so I don't know. But let's see what else she had to say. So, Brit Eady explains why she didn't attend the season 16 reunion. I had a whole complete lawsuit happening. Why would I go to the reunion and file a lawsuit at the same time? Because that's what people do. I mean, you just gonna not come to the reunion? I mean, it seemed like everybody wanted you to come to the reunion too, but if I'm not mistaken, I think they found out about the lawsuit the same day as the reunion, though. I don't know. Brit got too much going on. I don't even want to listen to this one. Brit Eady explained, yeah. I don't know, Brit. I don't know. At the end of the day, I think Brit has so much potential. I really wish things didn't go down the way it went down with Kenya. I also feel like I said on Twitter, I feel like Bravo really been wanting to get Kenya out, especially after she did that Carlos King interview. I feel like that was their way. They was like, oh, thank God. We just knew you was going to act up this season. You got to go. I think they was ready to get Kenya out of here. So when Kenya did that, whether the pictures was with Brit or not, it's the fact that you would even attempt to even do anything like that, knowing all of the stuff that Bravo has going on with these lawsuits. I'm talking about, we got the lawsuit with Caroline Manzo and Brandy Glanville for the Ultimate Girls Trip situation. Then you got Brandy suing Andy, I believe. Then you got the whole thing with the Bethany clause, and it just, Bravo ain't looking for no more smoke. And Kelly's ex-husband is suing Bravo now, is what we all hearing. Like, yo, it's too much going on with the Atlanta. But what I will say is, I enjoyed last season. I enjoyed the last season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know I seen some things about Mia Thornton hanging out in Atlanta. I would like an appearance. I ain't saying she gotta be on the show, she gotta be a friend of, and I would like an appearance though, if I'm being honest with y'all. I always love a crossover housewife situation, you know, and that's why I really want them to bring Ultimate Girls Trip back. I hate the fact that this Caroline Manzo lawsuit thing has really stopped us from getting Ultimate Girls Trip. What the heck? We have so many opportunities for trips to happen. We have so many housewives that you would have never thought would be good together. I don't understand why this has hindered it. I guess because the lawsuit is for the show technically, so I guess they're kind of feeding us by giving us like Love Hotel and Wife Swap. But I really enjoy Ultimate Girls Trip, and I really want that back. It's like, have you ever watched Bad Girls Club All-Star Battle? You see all the girls from all of the different seasons come together, or like the Bad Girls Club Redemption season. I love stuff like that when I get to see people come together from different places and different shows and all that stuff. I love, that's why I love Traitors. It's like, you just never know what you're gonna get. So I think that Peacock needs to get a move on that. But I'm gonna let this video go. I don't want it to get too long. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about everything I talked about today. Are y'all gonna be watching Married to Medicine season 12? Let me know how y'all feel about Amaya being caught in public by the fan and her being weird on camera. Also, let me know what y'all think about Garcelle's thoughts on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Brit Eady's thoughts on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we're trying to get to 400. Click the like button and share this video with your friends if they are interested in the same topics. Also, put that notification bell on so you know when I upload a video. Make sure y'all follow on Instagram and TikTok at mostlydarius and at The Discussion. Thank you for watching. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.